And then when those 10 breaths are complete, you're going to bring your hands underneath the shoulders and you're going to push yourself up. We're going to make our way into a seated position. So the most intense of this series would be to have your knees together, your feet together, to take your bolster, use your fingers to get it right up to your knees, and then sit back like that with the knees and the feet together. If that's too much, then you use 2 bolsters, one between your feet, but the knees are still together, and then the second bolster comes to the knees and you sit back like that. You can see my knees are still together and my feet have to point straight back. So A or B. If that's still too much, you could take your 2 bolsters like this and avoid the calf stretch altogether and just sit like this. This is a really nice calf release. Stand here with your neighbors because we're going to do Thorasic Park.
So it's more the calves that would find this tight?
Or the ankles. Some people feel it in their ankles. It's also nice for the knees because it creates space at the back of the knees, so it can be really, really nice for the knees. Right? So knees together, use your fingers, get her in nice and close, and you sit back. And then you think about pushing into the tops of the feet. Good. Come forward so the knees can actually touch. Yeah, perfect. And then really think about pushing the toes down. So with Thorasic Park, we don't want the torso to move, so we want to think about the floating ribs coming to one another and back. We want to think about the flesh of the butt moving down towards the floor. Shoulder heads back, with the ears over the shoulders. Bring your fingers to your shoulders and reach the elbows away from the shoulders. Good. And then we're going to start with forward circles. Big, slow circles. And just very gently squeezing those shoulders as if you were checking to see if they were like a piece of fruit and whether or not it was mushy. So you're pushing on it, but you're not pushing on it too hard. Good. The bigger and slower the circles, the better. Ideally, one day those elbows are going to touch in front of the chest. Good. Everyone, that's already way better. Nice. Make sure you're breathing. Keep pushing your feet down into the floor. And you can do Thorasic Park standing. You can do it in any seated position you like. You can do it sitting at your desk. Hint, hint. Change direction with your circles, big slow circles the other way. And again, see if you can get the elbows to touch, but no forcing. Trying to keep your ears over your shoulders, even though the chin wants to come forward and you want a turtleneck. Really think ears over the shoulders as much as you can without creating any tension. And stopping with the backward circles, get the elbows as high as the shoulders, reach the elbows away from you. So not behind the shoulders, but in line with the shoulders. So bring them forward a little bit, Drew. And then see if you can get your wrists right over your shoulders as opposed to in front of your shoulders. Perfect. Reach the elbows away from the armpits. Think floating ribs to one another and back. Think flesh of butt down. Good. We're going to exhale to bring the elbows to touch. We're going to inhale to take the elbows apart. Exhale, the elbows touch in front of the chest, and inhale the elbows apart. Anytime you need to rest, just rest. Listening to our knees. Remember, we never want to feel our knees in yoga, so it starts to creep into those knees, changing your seated position. Going up.
Is it knees all the way together?
Yeah, either way. So you have one as a stem and then the other one in the calves. Right nice and close to the back, so the knees is best. Nice, and then let's stop with the elbows and shoulders width apart. Reach the elbows forward, but not to 10 out of 10, more like an 8 out of 10 effort. And then inhale to straighten out the arms. Try and lift your pinky wrists up so they're as high as the thumb wrist. Exhale to bring your fingers to the shoulders. Inhale to straighten out your arms. If you're fatiguing, you can always lower the elbows a little bit, but in a dream world, we want to keep the elbows up at a shoulder's height. Good. Inhale as we straighten, and exhale as we bend. And in a dream world, you're keeping the shape of the hand the whole way. So the wrist isn't really moving, but you're keeping the stability in that wrist joint. And it's like you've got 2 coconuts in your hands that you're squeezing. Fingers to shoulders. We're going to take our elbows nice and wide. Again, as high as our shoulders. Reach the elbows away from you. We're going to inhale inhale to open up the arms, pinky wrist just as high as thumb wrist. We're gonna exhale to take the fingers to the shoulders. So inhale to open up, pinky wrist as high as thumb wrist in dream world. Exhale, fingers to shoulders. Again, we wanna try and keep those elbows up as high as the shoulders. But if we're fatigued, we can lower them a little bit. Just rest whenever you need to rest. Always breathing in and out through your nose. 2 more. We love Thorasic Park Series. And then wrists over elbows, flip the palms forward, make fists with your hands. Think about karate chopping the forearms away from you and keep the wrists right over the elbows, elbows right over the shoulders. I like to visualize I've got a PVC pipe around my upper arm between my shoulder and my elbow, so I can't move my arms forward or back or up and down, but I can exhale to bring my forearms down, rotating my upper arm in the shoulder socket. Inhale to bring it up, and exhale to bring it down. And just don't force anything, making sure you're not pushing past the right number of stretch for you. And try to keep the elbows right with the shoulders if you can. Imagine how hot you'd be if you're doing this in Namibia. And then wrists up, flip the hands, take the shoulders, reach with the elbows, exhale to bring the elbows straight down, and inhale to take the elbows straight up. Exhale, straight down, and straight up. And just working with your breath, and this is the last pose. Let's do 3 more. So this is our main go-to for back pain, shoulder pain, and neck pain. We can also get rid of elbow and wrist tweaks. And then just let your hands come down, palms facing up, close your eyes, and just breathing here. Nice, smooth, even breaths. Being as still as you can be as you continuously breathe into your shoulders. Let's take 5 more big breaths there.